You know what's funny is it's unique to have a billionaire fly in and talk to folks. And what I find interesting all the time is people's approach to receiving that information. And it's funny that people come and say they want more money, they say they want opportunity, but they treat it as if they can come or go. And what you got to understand is nobody's bigger than your business. The reality of it is you had a man stand in front of you who is a billionaire, who makes no money literally from the company, and takes time away from his family. Today's his daughter's birthday. And he's here in front of you all sharing with this. And you have folks with the wrong approach as it relates to receiving information. The simple fact of the matter is here's a man who's out here for us. And so you have to make sure that you understand that as you're doing what you do. Because as you build business, what we try to make sure that we do is we don't leave anybody out. How many of you know Sam Walton's a rich man? Sam Walton knows Walmart's a rich man, right? But here's what he did. He didn't neglect the 97%. When you get into multi-level marketing, you get into direct selling, the concept is, and I've heard this many times, recruit as your income level high. That keeps a whole lot of folks out of an opportunity, yes or no? So the reality of it is you got to be able to go find those folks. And how do you do that, man? I take them to what they're doing. Here's the beautiful part about what we do. Everybody you know is already doing it. I don't care who it is. They can't tell you they're not. Well, most multi-level marketing companies deal with supplements, deal with things outside you don't spend enough. So when you get involved in that, you get involved in some hyped up event, you get excited about it, you see all the bells and whistles, folks hyped up, jumping around, telling you how much money they make. And in the back of your mind, you're looking at them, and here they say stuff like this. Well, you know different than me. They lying for real. You can do this. No, they lying. You can do it with the right teacher. The reality of it is most folks aren't going to take the time to spend with you. Because they're trying to get their pay and get paid. What we're trying to do, taking a guy like this who will sit there and tell you why you should be making a change. That's a powerful, passionate thing to me, that he'll sit there and tell you why you should be making a change. But you've got some other folks that, oh, I want to see the money. I got no problem with showing you the money, but here's the reality. If you're going to get the money, don't you need to make a change? I got a lot of folks out there in weight loss programs, a lot of companies out there promote weight loss. So the guy called me the other day and he said, I want to talk to you about his weight loss program. I said, that's fine. After I lose the weight, then what? I'm still going through a bunch of stuff. How can you address that? Well, that became the question he didn't want to answer. Because he couldn't. So I've got an opportunity to share with you tonight what I believe is the most powerful compensation plan in the world. But it's not going to make any sense to you unless you realize that this is a simple thing. I got a business that is economically unchallenged. Watch this. If people get laid off, do they still wash their clothes? If people get laid off, do they still brush their teeth? And come on, black folks, if people get laid off, we still going to use lotion, yes or no? Okay, we're going to use our lotion, right? We got lotion 2 or 3, 4, 5 different places. I ain't by myself. So we're going to use why? So our company deals with it. If people get laid off, are they still going to buy makeup? So I'm not asking you to do any more than you're already doing. So can't nobody tell me, well, I'm not interested. You're not interested, you're already doing it. Let me go to your house. So you can walk in confidence and let folks know that I'm not asking you to do any more than you're already doing. How long you going to make Target and Walmart rich? How long you going to do that? All I'm saying is, let me ask you this makes sense. Spend the money that you're spending on helping yourself. Does that make sense? And that's all I tell them. That's reality. Because you are never going to know what time knows. I got people that come to a presentation like this. After I finish this, it'll make sense. And you know, they'll say stuff like, I'm going to go home and do my research. What you going to go research? Unless you happen to be a botanical chemist, organic chemist, or water chemist, there's nothing you can research that'll figure this thing out. Here's the research you need to do. Go home and look at the back of your Crest toothpaste, and it says, do not swallow. Do y'all realize that the back of your toothpaste says that? Do not swallow. If swallowed, call poison control. Your toothpaste. And how many years have we been doing that? How many years we've been ignorantly just taking that, not understanding what we're doing. So when a man comes and tells you that, folks don't even want to receive it. See, it's not that people don't understand what we're doing, they just don't want to change. And that's what you ask them to do. You ask them to change, lady, that's all. And they resist that no matter what. Well, here's what I've learned. They don't resist change when the time gets tough. Because the doctor comes to you and says, you got cancer, you need to change this. Oh, change is immediate. See, when the value of suffering is ended, change is instantaneous. How many know we live in a tough economic time right now? Everybody use a little extra money? All right, let me show you how this compensation plan works. And it's a simple piece. Now, when you look at compensation plans, in the last 5 to 10 years, The most prominent compensation plan has been the binary. Anybody ever seen a binary before? Now, it's been prominent because it's simple. But here's what it does. It only affects the company in the top 3% earners. In binaries, less than 3% of the people make all the money. The average distributor in the binary makes about $300. So let's look at this. If you had 1,000 distributors in your organization, let's say you had 6,000 left, and 600 left, 400 right. Let me see if this orange will work. I'm a Clemson grad, so let me see if this works. And let's say that each of them are on a $100 auto ship. That means that your left side is doing $40,000 in volume. Times 100 here. Your right side is doing $60,000 in volume. Your total organization is doing $100,000 in volume, correct? But in a binary, they're going to pay you 10% of your lesser leg. So how much is the company going to pay you? $4,000. Now your organization that you spent time with, worked with, went out and spent time training with, is doing $100,000 here in revenue for the company, and they paying you $4,000. I made a lot of money in this. I made a lot of money in this comp plan. But I'm looking at it now, and when Tom brought it to me, and he shared with what he shared with me, I said, no, wait a minute. Tom's philosophy is, if you got that much in your business, why shouldn't you get paid on what's in your business? See, what you have to understand is the average compensation plan, each distributor represents $6 in the compensation plan. In Tom's compensation plan, around $16. Last month it was $20. So if your organization in a binary with 1,000 people get paying you out $4,000, and our compensation plan is paying you out $16,000 a month for people doing what they're already doing. For what they're already doing. See, when he shared that with me, and does that make sense? All you got to do is go tell folks to just change what they're already doing. See, this is why it's easy. Because they're used to something like this. Now, if you look at this, where's all this money going? To the company. What does our owner take? $5,200. So what you have to understand is, he literally works the other side of the business at a 400% markup. So all the other 100 companies that he bottles and packages for, he does that at a 400% markup. So he takes that 400% profit and puts it back into our business. So when most of these comp plans are set up to pay the company, ours is set up to pay you guys. But all he's asking you is to receive information to make change, and folk get frustrated because the meeting's too long. How long is chemotherapy? See, the problem is you don't know what's going on inside of you, so it doesn't really affect you. How many other people struggling out here? People that were successful struggle. But watch this, they still buying the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reality I have to get to. They're still doing it. So conscientiously, when I talk to them, if I'm passionate about what I do and what I share with them, all I got to do is say, Delphine, you're already doing it. Walmart, now, some of y'all will fight over Target. Just tell you, come on. Y'all will fight over Target. But I tell you to go invest in yourself is a problem. We don't understand the change. Now he'll pay you this money, but all you got to do is commit to doing one thing. Having a return on investment. That's it.